Confused about what career to choose? Not quite sure of the range of study and work options compatible with your personality, aptitude and interests? Welcome to Career Cafe, where we give you a ringside view of an exciting career each week. Together, we shall explore the pros and cons, the ins and outs, the programs and prospects, all the stuff you need to make an informed and successful career choice. Hi, I am your host and career guide Pervin Malhotra, and on the menu today we have a hot and happening career in mechatronics. Robots that can perform surgical procedures on humans, intelligent machines that can manufacture cars or chocolates and other machines without any human involvement, aircraft and bomb disposal machines that are smart enough to operate entirely on their own, humanoid robots that can assist the elderly and sick. This isn't the stuff of science fiction, but in fact fantastic real world applications made possible largely due to mechatronics. And to tell us what this multidisciplinary field that amalgamates mechanics, electronics and IT is really all about, we have with us Dr. Sharad Mhaiskar from NMIMS University. Dr. Mhaiskar holds an MTech and PhD from IIT Bombay. He spent close to 3 decades as a teacher, interspersed with stints in the corporate world. Member of several prestigious professional bodies, he is currently Dean Mukesh Patel School of Engineering and Technology at NMIMS University, Mumbai. Welcome to Career Cafe, Dr. Mhaiskar. What a pleasure, absolutely.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So tell us, I mean, we know about mechanical and we know about electronics and we know about IT, but mechatronics is a relatively newer term as far as students are concerned. So is there, what exactly does a mechatronics engineer do?
Yeah, before that I should actually tell the students that they are on the threshold of entering into a professional career. More so our engineering students who are aspiring to go to engineering fraternity.
Okay.
But I should warn them that before you make a decision, it's very important to get a lot of inputs on the decision, and decision making will be then easier for them. So as you have said, madam, we are going to talk about mechatronics, and mechatronics is nothing but a synergistic combination of mechanical engineering and electronics, as the word suggests, and also interspersed with control systems, software, computers and so on. This is used for designing products and processes. So it's a blend of so many subjects brought together, because there is a certain advantage of doing it. As we have defined, it's an interdisciplinary subject, and because of this nature of the subject that we have, there are so many applications, as you have mentioned in the introductory talk, like for example in the automotive sector. The automotive sector, for once you can say that it's the largest application of mechatronics at the moment. People describe car as a computer on wheels. There are many cars now who are having microprocessors and applications ranging from 10 to 30 microprocessor applications, right, ranging from steering, balancing, cars, doors, and so many applications in a car. Then there is a sector of aerospace, where a lot of applications of mechatronics are there. Then there are applications in medical electronics or medicine. For example, if you want to go to prosthetics, artificial organs, then mechatronics plays a big role in artificial limbs and other organs. Even the pacemaker, that is a big application of mechatronics. There are consumer products. There are so many applications of these that actually it's a wealth of opportunity for our students coming into it. But then what is important is, when we have such interdisciplinary programs, the students need to very carefully examine the program. Examine the program in so many ways. There are 4 important aspects the students should look at.
So before we start on that, let's throw this open to our viewers so that they can be ready with their questions. So if you have any queries, call on mechatronics. No one better to clear them for us. Call us quickly on these numbers: 1800-11-5314 and 011-230-35420.
Right. So, I am just telling the students that to make a good decision, you require good inputs.
Right.
And the good inputs are in terms of 4 important things the student should examine in terms of the curriculum. Before we look at these important aspects, I think I should tell the students that why this branch has emerged.
Right.
Traditionally, our curriculum, if you look at, you will find that they are developed in the silo approach.
Yes,
that means
absolutely.
if I am a mechanical engineer, I don't tend to look laterally towards other disciplines which are going to intersperse with my profession. For example, a mechanical engineer hardly looks at some electronics components, the working of these, the microprocessors and so on. So also electronics engineers don't look at the mechanical
yes.
products,
or
design processes, and
right,
so
right.
we have a perfect silo approach, and that is not a good thing for things which are going to come in future, because all these are going to work in tandem. Industry doesn't want only a mechanical engineer. We want people who are having sound knowledge of all the important aspects of a technology, and
as
therefore
well as management.
So what is important is if you are only a mechanical engineer, then in future you may find a handicap, and this is where mechatronics branch is emerging now, addresses the concerns of the industry. So important thing is that we should now not adopt the silo approach, and we should have an interdisciplinary approach. That's one thing.
Good
now,
point.
when you are looking at the curriculum, or when you are entering into a program, what is it that the student should look for?
Very important. I was going to ask you this.
These are very important points one should look at. Just don't jump into a program because it is a mechatronics undergraduate or postgraduate programs. At the moment in the country, we have very few undergraduate and postgraduate programs in mechatronics. But when we go for a program in mechatronics, there are 4 important things which I was telling you. First important thing is the curriculum. The curriculum which we have should not only be interdisciplinary and just bring in some components from somewhere and just mix it to form what we call as bale or khichdi, but we should judiciously choose all the subjects in the courses in the program. And for this we require industry inputs,
very important.
we require academic inputs, and we require a good blend of this. So first thing is that right curriculum, relevant curriculum with industry inputs, and
adequate faculty.
Second important thing is that there is no use of having a curriculum unless we have good modern laboratories to back them up. And laboratories that we are having now are not in fact capable to cater to the curriculum in mechatronics. So we should have modern laboratory underlying the word meeting industry standards. The third important thing is that we have talked about the hardware, the curriculum and the laboratories, but then who is going to teach them? What are the faculty competencies? Is the faculty trained for this? Because the faculty also has come out from our own earlier system, and they have learned the subjects in a silo approach. Therefore, what is happening is there is a need to retrain faculties so that they reorient themselves in this area, and then they should not be only trained from academia, but they have to go to the industry, see the projects that are done, and then come back and teach the subjects. So faculty competencies enhancement is the third important thing one should look at. And the fourth important thing is that because we don't have good laboratories, we don't have good faculty competencies, and we don't have a good curriculum, faculty was not engaging themselves in projects, live projects, industry projects, and research projects. Having said right these 3 things, we should undertake live projects, industry projects, and research, which will take us to the needs of the industry and next step which we can talk of.
Fantastic. Now we will hold this here because there's one caller who's been waiting on the line from Maharashtra. Prasad from Maharashtra. Welcome to Career Cafe. Hello.
Hello.
Could you just turn down your television volume, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello, can I ask a question?
Yes, sure.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. You can go ahead.
Yeah, what's the question?
Yes, sir. My question is actually I'm a BE final year student of mechanical engineering, and I got so many ideas in the mechatronics especially, and this is one of the field which fascinates me. So basically, I wanted to do my MTech in a mechatronics system or any master's degree in a mechatronics system. So I would be great to know if there are any certain institutes which are good in mechatronics or wherein I could get mechatronics either master's or any other degree in mechatronics after B, right after B?
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good question, because I was giving the impression that a lot of things are lost if you are not undertaking the syllabus or the program at the undergraduate level. But if you are a mechanical engineer, nothing is lost really. You can pursue a postgraduate degree in industrial automation or mechatronics. Now, since you talked about Maharashtra, there are a number of institutes offering postgraduate program in industrial automation. For example, I know College of Engineering Pune offers it. So, there are a number of programs which are being offered at postgraduate level. IITs are not offering, to my knowledge, the postgraduate program in mechatronics, but they have research centers in mechatronics where they are pursuing research in mechatronics. But there are a number of programs in the country which are offering postgraduate degrees in mechatronics or industrial automation, and it is a degree worth pursuing. I should actually motivate such students to go abroad, mainly Germany or some other countries where this is being done at a very high level.
So, even that is a good option.
That's a very big opportunity.
Very well, especially if you have done mechanical.
Especially you have done mechanical.
Right.
And Germany is known for mechatronics and robotics and automation. So, one should also venture into those areas where you can get a exposure much more than what we are getting in this country right now.
Yet another caller from Maharashtra. Vinod, welcome to Career Cafe. Hello.
हेलो मैडम.
हाँ जी.
मैडम मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, मेरा बेटा 12 के बाद का IIT में ब्रांच है मैकेट्रॉनिक्स का.
IIT में मैकेट्रॉनिक्स?
IIT में मेरे नॉलेज के मुताबिक नहीं है, but there are other universities where it is available. Now there are some people who feel that mechatronics at the undergraduate level is too much of specialization, but at this stage of the industry where it is going, I don't think it is correct. If you have b.tech mechatronics, it has the right avenues. This is the right time to start mechatronics program, because our manufacturing sector is going to boom now. There are going to be a lot of inputs in mechatronics, and I think this is the right time to go into b.tech mechatronics.
Also, the other thing is that sometimes a student who is just passing out of class 12 is confused.
Yes.
कि भाई मैं mechanical करूँ कि electronic करूँ कि IT करूँ. Here is a course that combines all three.
Combines all things, and also makes it more applicable to the industry.
Yes.
In which
it's
industry
not just
has
theoretical,
interest.
right?
But again, coming back to our that mechatronics is good provided you have all those 4 things built in. And please look at this when you go for a program.
That's the important thing that Dr. Mhaiskar is emphasizing, and that is कि whatever जो भी college आप चुने, देखें कि उसकी laboratories well equipped हो, industry interface हो, और faculty is adequately trained and qualified to teach the subject. क्योंकि बहुत सारी engineering colleges होती है जो नई branches करती हैं, but that should not be the case.
And I should narrate my NMIMS experience also. We also wanted to start mechatronics, but we didn't do that for the last 2 years. We had first set up laboratories, then we trained a faculty in India and abroad for a period of about 1 month, and then they have been training L&T engineers in the field now, and now we have the curriculum which is being defined, co-designed with the industry. All this has happened, and then we are thinking of going to b.tech mechatronics.
So this is the year that you are launching.
Yeah, we are going to launch b.tech mechatronics and industrial automation postgraduate degree from academic year 14-15.
So it's mechatronics and industrial automation. It's a combined.
At b.tech we prefer to call it as mechatronics, more wider. But at postgraduate we call it as industrial automation.
Okay. So we'll take a short break here, but when we return we'll continue looking at the professional outlook and prospects and take all your queries. So stay right there. Welcome back to Career Cafe. We are looking at careers in mechatronics, and with us is Dr. Sharad Mhaiskar from NMIMS University, Mumbai. Dr. Mhaiskar, I have many other questions to ask, but there is a caller waiting on the line for you. Nisha from Punjab, तो हम उसको wait नहीं कराएंगे. Welcome to Career Cafe, Nisha. Hello. Hello. I think the line's cut off, so till then I will slide in my question. So suppose now someone has done mechanical engineering or electronics or IT. Suppose someone has done civil. तब भी वो मास्टर्स लेवल में मेकाट्रॉनिक्स कर सकते हैं?
You can do masters in civil and then go. But then the
No,
important
I mean bachelors in civil.
Yeah, bachelors in civil. Now the important thing is that if the way we are defined mechatronics, we should know that it's a discipline where mechanical or electronics or computer or those areas are required.
Right.
A civil engineer perhaps will not fit in well into this degree. So it's better that these disciplines which were defined earlier, mechanical, electronics, or control systems, or computer engineering, they fit into this profession well.
Better.
For civil engineering, although there are applications available, I don't think a civil engineer has an adequate background into these areas. So it should be one of these disciplines.
Okay. एक caller है Udit from Bombay, Mumbai. Welcome Udit.
हाँ मैम, मेरा एक सवाल था कि मेरे भाई ने अभी 12 पास एग्जाम दिया है, तो इज लुकिंग टू डू बी इन मैकेनिकल और मैकेट्रॉनिक, व्हिच वन इज बेटर? आई मीन बेसिक नॉलेज तो भी मेरे को है नहीं, मतलब क्या क्या मतलब है उसके, मतलब कैसे स्कोप रहेंगे उसके इन फ्यूचर।
अभी जैसे हमने प्रोग्राम के शुरुआत में डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि अभी तक जो इंजीनियरिंग एजुकेशन था ना, वो अलग अलग कंपार्टमेंट्स में था, साइलोज में था, मैकेनिकल अलग, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक अलग। तो मैकेनिकल वाले को इलेक्ट्रॉनिक का नहीं पता, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वाले को मैकेनिकल का नहीं पता, आईटी वाले को मैकेनिकल का नहीं पता। तो मैकेट्रॉनिक्स एक ऐसा फील्ड है जो ये तीनों को ब्लेंड कर देता है। तो आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग ऑप्शन अगर उसका इंटरेस्ट डाइवर्स है। पर अगर प्रोज एंड कॉन्स देखें तब भी मुझे लगता है इट्स वंडरफुल एज लॉन्ग एज अपॉर्चुनिटीज आर देयर।
To my knowledge, the mechanical engineering also is a good discipline.
Yes.
But then as I see the industry and manufacturing sector coming up, so many diverse applications ranging from aerospace and touching almost all the human lives. If you refer to, for example, just a small example of McKinsey report which came in 2013, and they have cited 12 disruptive technologies which are going to touch human lives and which is going to change the world and also going to make good business. Out of these 12, at least 5 are areas where mechatronics will be touching each of these areas in depth and in deep areas.
Is that so?
So it's a huge wealth of opportunity. And later on, once you become mechanical engineer, you can of course switch on to industrial automation, but then that's a long route. If you take b.tech mechatronics, it's a better way of doing it. I think personally now this should be considered as an interdisciplinary branch which is fit for consideration at your undergraduate program.
So I hope you've got your answer. मेरे ख्याल से ये एक अट्रैक्टिव ऑप्शन है और नया उभरता ऑप्शन है, तो क्यों ना आप उसको देखें। बस यही ध्यान रखना है कि कॉलेज वेल इक्विप्ड होना चाहिए, उसकी लेबोरेटरीज वेल इक्विप्ड होनी चाहिए, फैकल्टी होनी चाहिए, ना कि बस नाम के वास्ते उन्होंने एक कोर्स इंट्रोड्यूस कर दिया।
Just ensure that the college is not putting the program in a hurry.
Yes.
The spade work required, the background work required for it is already done. Like what we have done at NMIMS. Industry is very important. Industry participation, co-designing syllabus, joint projects, all these are very, very important. Unless you have those, I prefer not to start a program.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell me something. Now suppose किसी ने मैकेट्रॉनिक्स b.tech लेवल पर ही कर लिया और उसको लगता है कि अब मुझे थोड़ा फर्दर स्पेशलाइज करना है, तो फिर what are the areas?
See, now for example, I have cited many applications.
Yes.
Now there are areas where a person can spend his life. For example, biomedical mechatronics applications. He can do a postgraduate degree in that. He can do research in life in that and continue to do, have so many research areas in that he can derive patents, he can do a lot of research work in that area and live to be a good researcher in that area only. Each area is so big that you can really do well in that area completely. You spend your lifetime in that area.
One more caller from Gujarat, KP Singh. Welcome to the cafe.
One more caller from Gujarat, KP Singh.
हेलो, ये एको हो रहा है, जरा टीवी को प्लीज वॉल्यूम डाउन कर दीजिएगा प्लीज।
My question is that my son is passing 12th with PCM.
Yes.
And he is color blind, and what I should choose the branch exactly?
Good question. Would this be all right for someone who's color blind?
I don't think color blindness would really affect the career in mechatronics. So also in engineering. but then where such areas are sensitive, one should be very choosy.
Yes, जैसे इलेक्ट्रिकल में नहीं जाना चाहिए ना, थोड़ा सा ध्यान
yeah.
रखना चाहिए, आप मरीन इंजीनियरिंग में नहीं जा सकते हैं.
But then, you know, I don't think it's a hindrance for him in mechatronics areas, because it's all about designing products and processes. Where designs are concerned,
yes, and
you
computers
don't have
and things.
computers.
So
I don't think it's a big handicap, and such students should do well, because such students are focused on their other things.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. You know, I have seen this, डॉक्टर साहब, कि बच्चों को कुछ भी ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम होता है ना, तो नेचर compensates.
It compensates.
Yes,
and, you know, they focus on so many things, and they do better than sometimes other students.
Better than the other students. तो आपको बिल्कुल, you should not let that be a deterrent. हाँ, merchant navy वगैरह में नहीं जा सकता है, but we should look at where all he can go, and I think this is a field that he can certainly look at.
I don't think it's a hindrance at all.
Including IT.
Yeah, including IT.
Yes. So, let's before the next call comes, let's are there any points that you would like to tell our viewers about this field and broadly about engineering?
Yeah, you know, these are some common points one should look at an engineering career with careful, you know, insights. One is that don't think that you are entering into a degree and that's done. You will have to work hard, as always other branches of engineering, but when you are going through the engineering program, please ensure that you have some experiential learning. Now, what does that mean? For example, in our college or school, we encourage students to go to our NASA competitions, where they go and you know, structure a moon buggy or lunabotic vehicle, and then they go to US in NASA competitions. Experiential learning with this is very important at your undergraduate level. So, if you really want to prosper in the career, just don't think that getting into engineering and then that's the end of it, you will be placed. It will not be, unless you show interest in projects, small projects, applications, all these areas. Even students are now at some universities building satellites which are thrown in the space.
And robots.
So, robots,
what
robotics and robotics. So, please ensure that just entry is not the end of it. This is where your journey starts, and this is true for all engineering, but more so in mechatronics, where there are so many applications now that one should really indulge into all this in a big way.
I hope you've got your answer. Yet another caller, Chirag Sharma from Himachal. Welcome, Chirag.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I have done b.tech in electronics and communication.
Yes.
But my ma'am percentage is not so high. So how can I further increase my some chances?
Yes.
To
Okay.
See, one of the things is that you know, you should first try to give some exam, a GATE exam, which will qualify.
नहीं, वो कहता है कि हाँ. So
if
अगर
you want to go for a post graduation, your engineering marks are not good. One thing is you should do a post graduation. Marks is not important, but then your past records do matter when it comes on the table.
Yes.
So what you should do is to see that this is overturned. You should go for a postgraduate program and ensure that you do a good GATE preparation, appear for it, get into a good institute, and then nobody is going to look at the undergraduate marks. But then to undo what you have done, maybe, or not what you have done, what has happened to you, you need to take some more initiatives so that you come up well in other PG programs or do well. If maybe you also test your other skills, like you may be having some entrepreneurial skills. Just don't bother about what your marks are, but see that you enter into some other areas which are going to help you in the future.
And try and do it from a good college.
Yeah, good.
Because
college,
that will then
that is why once you have a good GATE score, you will be going to good,
you'll be going to a good college.
You know, areas, and also good institutes.
Yes.
You will have good peers with whom you will work, and there will be competition.
Because it's just, you know, sometimes ho jata hai कि you have not scored
happens,
well for whatever reason. So try and overcome that.
Yeah, you have to overcome that.
Yes, you have to overcome that. Yes. One more caller from Delhi. Welcome to Career Cafe. Hello.
Hello.
हाँ जी.
सर मैम एक्चुअली मैं इसी में गेट हूँ, गेट क्लियर क्यों इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन में
जी.
तो मैं आईटी स्टूडेंट, बीटेक आईटी स्टूडेंट हूँ. तो शुड आई बी एलिजिबल फॉर अप्लाइंग द मेकाट्रॉनिक्स?
Very much eligible, because both of the branches that you have talked about, b.tech IT and masters in communication, are very much suitable for these areas. And I think I should say well suited, because you have bachelors in IT and communications PG. But then you need to go into now research areas, then you have finished your postgraduate program.
तो जो suppose किसी ने IT किया है, तो that means he's had nothing to do with mechanical. So that part he will be able to make up in
He will be able to make up, you know, there are areas of logic control and programming on the basis of which this is done. So he will excel in those areas. So he should enter into those areas, but at the same time try to understand something of mechanical engineering which he has not learned, because IT in our programs is a very narrow silo based approach, as I said, and we don't look at mechanical engineering at all there. Some of the colleges or programs are in fact removed mechanical engineering components completely. So it is a small setback, but I don't think a big setback. You can excel in programming, which is very much required for robotics and
have a broad understanding
of mechanical engineering.
Yeah, it's exactly like biomedical engineering.
Yeah, it's like
no, that if you have done mechanical, then you focus on the bio side in the master's level, and vice versa.
That's right.
So ये जो biomedical engineering में भी mechatronics का बहुत बड़ा role है ना?
Yes, it's a big area, because there are so many devices which are going to be used, which are going to sense online what the patient is feeling and what is doing, and then take corrective action. So all these are going to be very important. As I told you, prosthetics is a big area.
Yes, very big area.
Where artificial limbs are fitted to a person, and he doesn't feel the handicap of this at all later on.
Because all the neuro impulses, etc., are translated
all those are
into
like, it's like robotics, a robotic arm like.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Saab, for coming to Career Cafe. You saw the response to, you know, the answers that you gave. Wonderful. एक नए branch के बारे में हमने आज discuss किया. बहुत मजा आया.
Thank you very much.
Next week on Career Cafe, we'll look at yet another super career. But before that, if you have any suggestions, write to us at careercafelstv@gmail.com. And before I leave you, let me give you one more of my favorite quotes from Helen Keller. When one door closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we don't see the one that's been opened for us. So bye for now. Look at the open door and be your best.
Thank you.